the interviews and we finna hop straight into
All right. Can you hear me now?
it.
All right. Yeah, I can hear you better now. Yeah. We go good.
I got a mic in this time, so all right, tell me your name and where you from.
All right. So, how you doing? I'm TWIZZOCK, aka Twan, aka Mr. Do It All from Philadelphia. I'm an artist, producer, singer, and songwriter that has been active in music since about 2018.
I heard that everybody. He's from the Birdie City. He's from
Go
E.
Birds, the
He's
kid.
from the E. He's from the Birdie City.
Yes, sir.
He's from
Yes,
the
sir.
He's from the Birdie City where Mike Vick played.
100%. 100%. I was actually talking to
But
one of my homies from New York about that yesterday. He was telling me how because of Michael Vick, the Eagles became his favorite team of all time, and he's still with the Eagles to this, and he still fuck with the Eagles to this day because of Mike Vick. So like hearing stuff like that and being somebody from this city, that mean a lot.
it's because Mike Vick put on for it, but it ain't nothing like looking at Mike Vick play when he played for Atlanta.
Facts, facts, facts. When he was with the, oh my god, my pops was just showing me a couple highlights a couple days ago. That nigga's a beast for sure.
Well, Mike Vick was toughest on Atlanta than he was Philly.
Debatable. 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 But we
Yeah.
don't.
But what made you get into all those topics, like being a self producer and a self songwriter?
Honestly, songwriting, I feel like with songwriting, it came naturally. Like, of course, in the world of hip hop, at least, like writing your own material and sharing your own experience, that's almost mandatory for some. And when is as far as the making beats and all that, I ain't gonna lie. I started making beats because around 13, when I hit like 13, I really started taking the rap seriously. People started hearing me rap. So I was like, okay, I want to make a song. How do I go about making a song? I need a beat. I found out beats cost money.
A beast
It'll be
free
me.
unless they put it in the description.
Facts. Facts. I learned that the hard way. So I really started like making beats because of just hoping that I could like use my own, but then it started elevating to where, okay, I'm good enough to where I feel like other people should hear just the beats. And that's how I technically was a producer before I was an artist. I started uploading beats on YouTube before I ever dropped a song.
And with you being a self producer, how do you feel about other producers giving away their beats for free or overcharging a beat?
All right, so with the giving away for free, I feel like everybody should have their worth. But if you are just starting out, if you are a starting producer where you have no placements, you're trying to figure out where to go, sending out beat packs is probably the best thing for you to do. Because not saying it as in like a derogatory way, but when you just getting into that field, people don't know you. The producing field is really all about who you know, what connections can you make. So when you don't got the connections and you just now getting out, people aren't gonna really come to you with money in their hands. So you really just gotta do like you gotta send out beat packs, you gotta send samples, you gotta make content of you making the beat. So there's definitely a lot of free labor involved in it. And as far as overcharging, I definitely feel like a lot of producers be so quick to chase a fast dollar to where, for example, I was just talking about this yesterday, the DDG situation with the Pink Dress beat. How I think it was like $30 for him to release to that first. Then he went up like 3,000 or 300, whatever the hell. He fucked up his chance because Imagine you took that 30, right? That $30 lease. Imagine you want to pay that $30 lease and have them give you like 13% in stream, 13% in royalties for streams because that song blew up. You would have been set. So that's situations right there, like producers tricking themselves out of money and like for like overcharging.
But you got to think about it though. They got to pay the label because once a producer is like signed to a label, they got to every beat they make and they get paid for it. The label takes most of it,
Facts, facts. You're not
and they
wrong
tricking
at all. Then on
themselves out of
top of
that
that,
spot.
then on top of that,
They tricking
not
themselves
only
out of
that,
that
bro,
spot. So,
for sure, for sure, for sure. And then not only that, you got to count sample clearances. It costs money to clear samples. It costs a lot of money to clear samples. I heard cases like, as far as going through a label, the lowest you paying to clear a sample is probably 10,000,
it
and that's
depends
something you got
on
to go
like
through as a producer.
it depends on what song you sample.
That's true. That's definitely true. It depends on the song. It definitely depends on the estate. It depends on how the estate feels. So it's
And the
definitely a
A&R.
lot that goes into producing. Yeah. So that
But
being said,
for
I
example,
definitely like. Okay, go. My bad.
for
My bad.
example, though, for, but for example, if I sample any Prince song, any song from Prince, Diamonds and Pearls, Purple Rain, which is a personal favorite. Oh, let me see, them two right there, those were hits. Diamonds and Pearls and Purple Rain. Oh, those were hits. So you paying more for a hit to sample a hit song than you are
Facts.
any regular song. Like if that song been on the been on the radio and you heard it play many times, and if it's on and it's on Billboard 100, you finna pay more than you know. Then you got to like okay, here's how it goes. You pay the estate, you talk to the A&R to get the sample cleared. You got to set up with those two because you got to pay the estate and the A&R in order for you to get the sample cleared. Like a Prince sample, he was a top selling artist. He was a Billboard Billboard certified person. So yeah, you're gonna pay more, but you also will pay more for any song. If you sample any song by Michael Jackson, and we all know that Michael Jackson has a catalog of Billboard hits: "Beat It," "Thriller," "Billie Jean," "Off the
Very
Wall,"
true.
"Pretty Young Thing." All them songs were on the radio, but Kanye he sampled a few of Michael Jackson songs. Because
Right.
if you listen to "Good Life" with T Pain, he
Yep.
sampled
PYT. PYT by
he sampled
Michael
PYT.
Jackson. Yep.
He sampled PYT. He also sampled Elton John and Daft Punk.
He
Graduation.
definitely. I did.
So
Which song
yes,
did he sample with Elton John? I know the Daft Punk one, which is strong.
good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning. That's
He
an Elton
sampled
John sample. I
yo,
did not know that.
that's an Elton. Good morning is an Elton John sample. If you hear the
I ain't gonna lie, you just
well,
put me
yep.
on
And
crazy game.
if you hear the well part, that's Elton John. He sampled Elton John and Good Morning.
Okay,
But
definitely
rappers have
going.
been
I'm
but
definitely
rappers
going to
have
go
been
with that.
sampling rappers have been sampling for years. Like Metro Boomin and
Since the
Future
beginning
feature
of hip hop.
Metro Boomin and Future when they sample like that. He was once a thug from around the way. That was easy.
Oh yeah, I meant because once the song came out, I've noticed it and I've heard nobody talk about it. With that part right there, you know that part where it's chopped up. He was a thug. He was once a thug.
Metro
He
Boomin,
was.
he chopped it, and he
Yeah,
he chopped it, reverbed it, and he slowed it.
yeah. Another
Yeah, he
thing that
sampled.
I don't
Yeah,
hear nobody talk about.
he sampled
I
"Easy
don't hear
Does It"
nobody
by
talk.
Easy E.
Mm, easy. But
But
it's
he
another
wasn't. But he
sample
wasn't the
disguised
only
in one.
one. He
Yeah,
wasn't the only
it's
one that
two
sampled
samples
that song.
disguised in one. It's two Jones. It's two Jones disguised in one. Cause Pete, if you know Spinners by 3 6 Mafia, if you listen to the beat, it got that same sample chop of that same Easy E drum. So it's also a 3 6 Mafia sample. And it's a 2 in 1 sample.
Easy does it.
Easy does it in
Easy
three
does it.
six Mafia.
Mike Jones sampled that song too, but the point is you have to pay the art and the on the estate, and you have to pay the A&R in order to get that sample cleared. Because rappers have been sampling songs for years. Kendrick Lamar, he sampled Tupac on whacked out morals. Or was it some?
Went
Or
out
was it
Murals, he did.
that
It
other song?
was reincarnated. It was reincarnated. It was reincarnated.
Reincarnated. He sampled Tupac on
Yeah.
Reincarnated. So yeah, cause Kendrick Lamar, he used to listen to pop. He said it himself.
I mean, did yeah, not only listen to Pop when he was, I think when he was like 9 years, California Love video shoot. Pops up with the California Love video shoot. So like he saw that era. He saw that era right there. Not only was did he see it, he
Yep.
was a part of it.
Because he's LA royalty.
Facts, facts. Definitely
And
one of the
man,
people that when you think of a modern
yep.
Compton sound, you think a dot.
Kendrick.
You think a dot. You think a dot. You think a YG.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely.
Well,
I ain't
nah,
gonna
Nip.
lie, but then again, the West Coast. I feel like the West Coast in general is ranked with the music shit. Like as far as lately, from 2024 on to now, the West Coast had a chip on their shoulder. They've been going crazy.
They had a generational run in 2024, like, cause everybody was coming out. Nip,
Yeah,
he
everybody
was
was
hitting the
popping off.
main. Nip was hitting. Nip been rapping, but he just now hitting the mainstream because it takes a while for artists to go mainstream and whatnot. So, like I say, it takes an artist about a good maybe less than a year. I say less than a year to go mainstream.
Uh, I mean, depends on the circumstances. Depends on the circumstances. Because you gotta remember, Nipsey Hussle been grinding since. Nipsey Hussle been grinding since '06. So I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. Like I look back on this whole story, Nipsey Hussle been putting out tapes since '05, '06, selling my trunk of his Cutlass. He didn't really get on mainstream wise till 2018. So like he had a multiple year grind, multiple.
Like he used to sell. He like when there was no mainstream like that, people used to like sell them out of their trunk. That's the old way. That's how most rappers got on, like selling album and mixtapes out of their trunk, flipping that money, studio time and whatnot.
Oh, how Master P did it, how Tip did it, how Jay Z did it, how all the greats did it.
They sold out of the trunk. But with you being a self-made person, self-made artist and producer, what all has that taught you? in these past few years?
Uh, the main thing is never to rely on anybody. If you got something that you want done, even if you know somebody that can help you, always have a second plan in mind to do it yourself. Because there's been a lot of times where I was told that studio sessions were set up for me. It wasn't. People got beats for me. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? As a as an artist, you gotta as an artist and doing everything yourself, you have to like don't get me wrong, always accept help. Don't be one of them artists where you did everything yourself, F for everybody, F a feature. No, you're not gonna get nowhere like that. But always keep in mind that just in case something goes wrong, you can bounce back with the quickness. So like always have a backup plan and never rely on anybody. It's a sad truth, but it's the truth. Also, invest in yourself. This is an expensive game. It's like being a gearhead. It's like being a car nigga. You have to spend money if you want to get somewhere. Invest in yourself.
And do you think investing in yourself is a good thing? Because I don't hear a lot of artists say they invest in themselves. So do you think it's a good thing to invest in yourself rather than, invest in others for like anything like a camera or studio equipment?
100%. 100%. Especially if you got the know-how. Why not? Why not? Because think about it. An average music video will run you now probably 500 for a good one. Average. And you will have to go back and spend that 500 time and time and time and time and time again every time you want a video. When you can get $1,000 camera, a $40 editing software, you're good for however long you want to do this shit for. And all you did had to do was spend that money one time. Same with studios. Same with studios. $50 an hour usually for studios. So that's what. Say the average person get 3 hours. Say it's every week. That's 300 every 2 weeks. 300 every 2 weeks. 600 a month. 600 a month just on studio time. Which is not a crazy expense when you narrow everything down, but get you a $600 mic, get you $100 interface, get you $150 pair of headphones, and get you a $50 software on your computer. And I promise you, and take some time, have some time on your hands to really learn how to mix, bro. Not only do you have something where you're saving money for the rest of your life, you got something where you can make money off your craft now.
That is in
Facts. Facts. Times is hard like this.
what would be the best thing to do as an up and coming artist, promoting wise?
Content. 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 I can't stress this enough. Spam as much content as you can. And I'm not just talking about snippets of your music. I'm not talking about chillers. Nigga, show people not only that you have hot music, everybody has hot music nowadays. Show people that you have hot music and a personality. Show people who you are, bro. That's what people want to see, bro. Why do you think celebrities have so much pull on the media nowadays? Because with social media we can see everything that they do. We can see what they're like in real time, and people want to see that out of the people that entertain them. That's really the whole novelty of celebrities, because you can really see inside their life. Show people who you are. Show people who you are. Show people who you are. Don't ever be scared to go outside the box. Don't ever be scared to show people that you're different. Whatever you are, whatever your gimmick is, spam it to the fullest every day. Try to get a post in every day, and I promise you, if you don't see growth in 3 months, bro, then I'll shut the fuck up. But I done restarted twice. So I done restarted twice and used the same method over and over again. So it gotta work somewhat.
And with these new age people like getting into video and videography, do you think it's better to shoot on a camera, or do you think it's better to shoot on an iPhone?
Mm, honestly, I don't know because don't get me wrong, I've seen very clean videos on iPhones, but I feel like I feel like in order for you to do something like that, you probably already have like experience in like the photography and cameraman world. Like you don't just do no shit on an iPhone and can't do it on a camera. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for beginners, I would say just book a cameraman. So I would say a camera is better because it's more no matter how who the person is, the quality is always gonna be the same if you know what you're doing. But a lot of people can't get the same quality out of an iPhone other people can. Like, for example, I couldn't get the same quality out of an iPhone that Cole Bennett could get.
And because Cole Bennett is a professional,
Exactly.
but
Very
I,
much professional.
I would say I would say if they were a beginner, I say they can start off with a little camera, or maybe they can start off on the iPhone because iPhones got that 4K quality and resolution. It depends on what iPhone you have because iPhone camera, iPhone the quality on the iPhone camera is getting much more clearer and whatnot. So you can do like shoot vlog if you like a content creator and you post videos on YouTube. You can use a phone to record your vlogs and whatnot, and you doing Q&As and all that. And it's the same thing for Android too. So the Android quality is getting clearer and clearer. It's like just as much as the iPhone is. So I seen a lot of content creators or they use a camera to record their vlogs.
Uh, Another good tool that a lot of people I've been seeing a lot of people using, and I've actually used myself on a couple of my content. Meta glasses. Meta glasses is perfect for content. I'm not gonna lie, perfect for content.
But they ain't cheap.
They not. They not. It's
They're
cheaper
not.
than the camera
They
though.
They're not. They are not cheap. Meta classes. They are not cheap. You gonna pay about a good
At all.
250, 300 for a pair.
No, not even. Four. Probably pay four for them. Probably pay four for them. You'll probably pay like 400 for them. But it's completely worth
But
it.
as long as you don't break them. But I would say for all beginners out there, get a camera, or you can use your phone until you get a camera. Just have You
Yeah,
gotta
use
have
your
at least
phone
two
until you get
phones.
a camera. How about this? I'm gonna break it down like this. Use your phone. Use your phone for all your short form content. And if you want to do long form content like music videos and blogs and all that, use a camera. But for short form content like skits, song snippets, even just little shit like memes and all that, your phone. Keep all your short form content limited to your phone.
Now, do you think it's better being a producer or being worse as a cameraman?
I mean, I don't really got experience in being a cameraman, but as far as being a producer, definitely being a producer. I love being a producer. just off the strength of you meet so many artists. You meet so many artists that make so much different music. Like I've heard somebody once say, you can sit 12 rappers in a room with the same beat and you'll get 12 different songs. That is completely true. And I love the aspect of that. I love the aspect of that. And I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Like before the producer shit, I'm an artist. So like I appreciate it even more because like creativity is such a big thing to me. Like you have to be creative. And I feel like producing like allows you to do not only allows you to be so creative, it allows you to experience like different types of creativity.
Like, do you think it's worth it being a self made producer, not learning from anybody else, just learning your own?
100%. 100%. A lot of people might not feel it's worth it, but that's personal preference. For me, 110%. I have watched myself grow from somebody who couldn't stand my own beats to where I don't even want to hop on it if it's not mine. And especially seeing like the reaction that you get from other people about your beats, that's that's a that's a that's a that's a feeling I cannot explain. So yes, I definitely think it's worth it. 110%.
Have you ever been in a professional studio, like everything is professionally set up?
Yes, yes, multiple times. Yes, yes, yes. I have been in a professional studio. Actually, yes. Yeah, I've been in a professional studio a lot of times.
And how did that make you feel?
I ain't gonna lie. It's like a warm feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're home. Let me put it like that. When you're a musician and like you step into like a place where is your main job is to go in there and do what you love, and the atmosphere is perfect, especially if you got the people that really bring the best out of you. Yeah, being in the studio is amazing. Definitely being in the studio is amazing. And I would say if you are an artist and you haven't went to a studio yet and you self record, please go. Not even if you don't just want to record and you want to play your own music and just vibe on there, please go to a studio session. I promise you gonna love it.
Now, the trend question now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you were to sign to any major record label, who would you sign with out of Sony, UMG, Rock? Well, I don't know if Rockefeller don't exist no more, but they trying to bring it back. But like, if you went back in time, let's put it like this: if you went back in time and you are charting artist with no major, and all these record labels came asked to sign you, like out of No Limit, Cash Money, or Terror Squad, Rough Riders, all them are all them four right there. Who would you sign to and why?
No limit. I say No Limit because every single artist on No Limit has their own legacy. You know each artist off No Limit from for being their own artist. They each had their own gimmick, and on top of that, they get paid lovely. Like if we're going off like me as a kid, like not knowing what I know now, then Cash Money. It would have been Cash Money because I'm a Wayne fan. I love Wayne. Wayne is my second favorite rapper of all time. But realizing how they do business over there. That's not a good look if you're an artist to sign to Cash Money. So definitely no limit. It would have to be no limit.
P, good old man P. But if you were to, but if you seen anybody else sign to a record label, what would your advice be to them?
Um, Read the contract. Don't just sign based off the money that they give you. Read your fucking contract. Make sure that you have a lawyer present, not a lawyer given to you by the label. Have your own private lawyer present, because there's going to be some stuff in there that you're not going to know what they're talking about. Where the lawyer that you have, they went to school for this stuff. They are. So definitely make sure if you're gonna go down that label route, make sure you have them people with you to read your papers.
And I'm gonna throw in some advice on that. The most important thing for you to have before you sign to a record label is to have your masters, because your masters you can you can do whatever you want to, and not when the record label tells you. Because once you sign that dotted line, everything that you have belongs to them. So
Facts.
yeah, it's a it's good now, but you got to look at the downsides of it as well. Because as an artist or a producer, it's important to have your masters, because your masters depict on two things. Well, the main thing is the generational wealth, because once you have masters, once you pass away, all your people can eat. Like if you got family, like if you're thinking like your family and whatnot, they all receive the funds to them. So every song stream after you pass, and if you have your masters, that money goes straight to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So so before you sign that record label contract, be careful.
Definitely. Definitely gotta be there.
Now with the artist producing content, what would you tell about that? What is your advice to them about rappers posting content with their music?
Um Always make sure you're creative. The most creative one gonna get the attention. The most creative one gonna get the attention. Also, as far as like knowing how to promote your song, take before you drop it, before you start to post content to it, get like I would say like a five people opinion. Ask them which is the best part of the song, and if all their answers is consistent, that's the part of the song that you snippet. I see a lot of songs fail that has crazy potential, but it's how they market it. They put it at the wrong time. Uh, Cuts be too short. You have to know like what's the what's the hook of your song? Like what's the song that's gonna bring people in? What's the song that's gonna bring attention? So like always basically my main advice is be creative. Be creative. Like I said, the most creative one gonna win. As far as content, the most creative gonna win.
And as long as you be creative and consistent, you will get to go on the content creating part. Don't let nobody discourage you, because they ain't putting in the work. And if one day you blow up off the content, off your music, you should forget about all the people that criticized you. And
Hold on. What'd you say? What'd you say real quick? What was the last part you said? You started breaking up a little bit.
Like content, posting music with content, posting
Oh,
music
I
with
think I already answered that part, right?
posting
Oh,
music
posting
with
music with
content,
content. Say that one more time. You keep my fault, bro. You keep breaking up.
like the content creating. Like if you create content and post music with it, you get more eyes on you.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
You get
sure,
more,
for sure.
you get more eyes on you, more engagement because they gonna want to see that, and they gonna want to. They gonna ask, how you do this? Like, who this song with? Who you feature this song on? Who produced the beat? Did you produce it? Because if you
As
did, I
far
want it.
as as far as which one?
Like if you produce any beat, and if somebody won't
Oh yeah,
own
for
it,
sure.
like they want to feature on it, would you charge them or would you give it let them get on it for free?
I'm not gonna lie. It depends on the artist. It depends on the artist. I don't really charge for features, but I do charge for beats. It depends. Yeah, it really do depend on the artist. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not just doing features with anybody. I'm very picky on my features.
And who would you want to feature on your tape?
As far as anybody, like anybody,
Anybody.
Hurricane Wisdom, Hurricane Wisdom. I want Lil Baby. I want Tyler, and just for a wild card, I would love. I would absolutely love like October London singing on one of my intros. So yeah, Hurricane Wisdom, Lil Baby, October London, and it was somebody else. I'm gonna throw Belly Gang Kush in there too. So Hurricane Wisdom, Lil Baby, Belly Gang Kush, and October London.
You said Timberland.
No, Hurricane Wisdom.
Speaking of Hurricane Wisdom has been trending lately, and everybody seeing him around and whatnot, along with Laser Dim, and all the underground want to be like them. As far as the underground bleeding to the bleeding to the mainstream scene, how do you feel about mainstream artists recruiting underground artists for features on their songs?
It depends on the intention. It depends on the intention. If you going out there just to help an underground artist and you see the potential and you just trying to put them on to a path where they need to strive, then I'm with that 100%. But if you one of the people that's just trying to like, let me say, leech off they sound, then no, I'm not cool with that. But if you trying to, it all depends on the purpose. If you reaching out to an underground artist and in terms of helping instead of just taking away, or even if it's a simple trait like, yo, I like your style, I want you to teach me more of your style. In exchange, I'll put you on. I'll show you positions. I'll put you on shows. So yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with that 100%. Especially if it's for the right cause.
Now with the underground scene being more viral and being more viral compared to the mainstream scene, everybody's saying that the mainstream scene is dying out due to rappers having the same flow in their songs or making the same song in general. How do you feel about the mainstream artist scene dying out? Is it dying out to you, or Is it still, does it still have a little bit of?
I don't think it's dying out. I don't think it's dying out. I just think I just think it's going through a phase right now. It's going through a phase right now where I feel like everybody feels like they're too cool, if you know what I mean. Like everybody wants to make super cool music. Everybody doesn't want to be that guy. Everybody wants to be like, I don't gotta rap. I'm too cool. I don't gotta try hard. I'm too cool. So it's like it's definitely it's definitely like a transition time in hip hop right now. But even then, it's a bunch of solid hip hop projects that came out in the last few years. The Clips project, Nas dropped something. It's been a lot. Ti dropped his final album in 2 days. How about this? I feel like a lot of the our era rappers is like stepping down, and like the older generation is stepping up. I feel like this kind of their time right now.
Like the older generation is up in their game. Like if we had to put it in a battle of the old generation versus the new gen rappers, who would people lean more to as far as versatility, versatility, flow, and beat production? Who would they lean more towards?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be all the way honest. You would have to lean. Cause think about it. Beats are 100 times more advanced than what they used to be. Along with flows. Along with flows, you can hear a song that's 2 minutes and hear 7 different flows on it. They wasn't doing that in the '90s. And a song in the '90s was 40 minutes. Not 40 minutes, 4 minutes. You'll probably hear like four flows at the most. You'll hear a hook with one flow. You'll hear a verse with one flow hook, verse with one flow hook, another flow hook, verse with another flow hook. With songs nowadays, it's not really that many hooks in songs. So with that, it gives us more time to like flow switch. It gives us more time to flex our like ability. So I definitely think the new age is taking that.
Because, but the new age, some of these new age artists were inspired by the old age artists. Like, say for example, I would say, I would say Polo G. Polo G was inspired. Some people, I say Polo G. Polo G was inspired by Lil Wayne and Chief Keef because him and Sosa are from the same city, along with Dirk
But
and
then
along with Dirk
again,
and all.
hear me out. Do you consider Wayne the old generation? With that being, it's not only like them two that was inspired by Wayne. Nigga, damn near every rapper that's out right now is inspired by Wayne. Every rapper. So like,
Shit.
can you really call him like old gen? He's really like the goat
I,
of our modern generation.
I can call him old generation show because he started off in the 90s. He was the youngest member to ever be signed to
True,
Cash Money. He
true,
was the youngest
true.
member.
But
He had a platinum song at 15. The Block is Hot went platinum at that age. When he was 15, that was his hottest song out. Him and Hot Boys. He was only 15 when he made this song. 98 Degrees, that was his first album ever. And that motherfucker went platinum. Once they heard that, they were looking that all eyes was on Wayne. Wayne started off in 98. That was the whole point of 98 Degrees. So Lil Wayne is definitely the old generation.
yeah, but
But you got
I was thinking as far as more as like his impact, because his impact didn't really like start to take over until like oh wait.
but because Wayne went on mixtape run from 2000 from the 2000s all the way to 2010. Wayne, well, I wouldn't say 2010. I say like 20. I say about a good 2014. Wayne was on old mixtape run. Wayne on a mixtape run. He was dropping right every time. He even made songs. He even made songs for sports like Green and Yellow. That was for the Packers. Off. That was for the Cavs. They won. They won 2016. But nobody can compare the old Wayne to the new Wayne because when I hear people say, "Oh, who you think better, the old Wayne or the new Wayne?" Everybody says the old Wayne.
It's
The
the old
old
way.
Wayne was
Yeah.
better. The old Wayne was better. He was a terrorizer back in the day. Lil Wayne was a fucking monster. He was a fucking monster. Any song that you
Think
put in
about
front
how
of him,
hungry Wayne was, though.
he
Think
was
about how
terrorized.
hungry Wayne
Lil
was, though, in that time.
Wayne was starved. He wasn't hungry. He was starved. That man was starved.
For sure. Because remember, when he first came out with the Carter one, when he was getting ready to come out with the Carter one, at this time, they knew who he was, but he was still wobbly boy. That's all he was. He was just wobbly to niggas. They didn't know that Wayne had crazy lyrical ability, and Cash Money was sitting him on the bench. So he was hungry. So
That's because
once they finally let him off that leash, once they finally let him off that leash after the block was hot, that nigga took off.
he was still young and developing. But when they let him off that leash, oh, Lil Wayne was a monster. They they done made a monster. He is a Louisiana after all. He a Louisiana.
Facts.
So he
Facts.
was he was starved. He was starved. But the Carter 1 through 3, I'll let them bitches ride. I'll let them bitches
Carter one
ride
through
on
four.
everything. No,
Carter 1 through 5, if we keep it in being Carter 1 through 5. The only thing that fucked his legacy up to me is 6.
the Carter 1 through 3, I let them bitches ride because the Carter 3. I'm gonna tell you about the Carter 3. Kanye produced half that album. Half that album,
I know.
Kanye did.
I know.
He
That's why I
said,
love the Carter 3 so much.
"Let the beat build." He sampled and Kanye sampled that. Comfortable. He sampled that.
Comfortable,
But
he did that. That's the best beat on that album to me. Comfortable. That nigga
but
flipped a
comfortable.
song he already produced.
Alicia Keys. If you listen to Alicia Keys' "You Don't Know My Name" and Lil
At the
Wayne's
end, yeah.
"Comfortable," like at the ending part, he sampled that. Lil
Yeah, it's a chop.
Kanye West
It's a chop
sampled
at the
that.
end.
Like the five, he sampled that.
Yep.
Lil Wayne, that's why Alicia Keys has crediting rights on "Comfortable." If you look at the credit and the publishing rights, her name is on that lit. Her name is right there. Because Kanye
Right.
sampled that song from the song he already produced. But you got to written, but Carter too. Oh, it has some too. Fire for the Carter had Fireman. That was a hit. Carter 2. Hustler
Yo, bro.
Music. Well,
Yo, bro. Question. If we can, do you think we can do like a part 2? Because my phone is about to die.
yeah, that's pop. Yeah, that can happen.
All right. We can definitely do that. First off, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for cutting it short. My phone is about to die and it's overheating and all that.
It's all good.
Uh,
I'll make a part like when they get
yeah,
charged
if you
up.
want, we can do it. We can do it tonight, even tomorrow. We can definitely, yeah. We can even do it after my phone charges up. All I gotta do is turn my phone.
All right.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. To the people in chat, if you haven't, Fat Boy is out on all streaming platforms. Please go support it. Uh, Once again, thank you so much, and please follow this man on all platforms, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. Follow him.
I'm uh I'm gonna set it up when it get through charge. Yep. Part two is coming, y'all. So y'all get ready because it's gonna be a whole lot of musical dates. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next round.